this video, we're going to learn about the Newton's laws of gravitation. What is gravity? Gravity is the force acting between the Earth and an object. Now, what is the difference between gravity and gravitation? Gravity is the force acting between Earth and an object, where gravitation is the force acting between any two objects. Newton's law of universal gravitation. This law states that two bodies attract each other with a force that is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. What are direct and inverse proportions? Direct proportion is a situation when an increase in one quantity causes a corresponding increase in the force between the two objects, or a decrease in one quantity decreases the force. Inverse proportion is a situation when one value increases and the other decreases. Explaining direct and inverse proportions using diagrams. Now here we have a figure. It has two objects, m1 and m2. m1 is equal to 40 kilograms, m2 is equal to 30 kilograms. The distance between them is 30 kilometers, and the force between them is 20 newtons. We will name this figure figure A. Direct proportion is where an increase in one quantity causes a corresponding increase in the force between them, or a decrease in one quantity decreases the force between the two objects. And inverse proportion is a situation when one value increases and the other decreases. As you can see in these pictures of direct proportion, they describe the definition correctly. The m1 increases in the first picture of direct proportion, and so does the force between the two objects. In the second picture, m2 decreases, and so does the force between them. Now, in the first picture of inverse proportion, we can see that the distance between the two objects decreased and the force increased. And in the second picture, the distance increased and the force decreased. Now we are going to talk about the universal law of gravitation's formula. This formula states that the force of gravitation is equal to gravitational constant times m1 times m2 divided by r squared. F is the force of gravitation, g is the gravitational constant, m1 is the mass of an object, m2 is the mass of another object, and r is the distance between the two objects. Now here we have a question. Find out the gravitational force if two masses are 30 kilograms and 50 kilograms placed at 4 meters. Now we just need to put in the information we have in this question in the formula of gravitation. Since force of gravitation is equal to the gravitational constant times m1 times m2 by r squared, the force of gravitation in this case is equal to the gravitational constant, which is this given value here, times 30 kilograms, which is the m1, times 50 kilograms, which is m2, divided by r squared, in this case 4 meters squared. After calculating this, we get this value here, 6.25 times 10 to the power of minus 9 newtons. Thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful to you all.